I've been crying the same, but in the wilderness, alas. Union Commerce and Industries Minister Piyush Goyalji has aced the speech at a startup ecosystem event. But what exactly can he do now to enable Indians create original disruptions to the world beyond quick commerce, which is not a bad start? He reprimanded the Shark Tank India gently to go beyond businesses and trading. He insinuated to encourage original products and Indian origin disruptions. Ironically, he gave up on the next 15 years and literally wrote off the 40 to 60 aged in this vision. Smacks of ageism. Last original B2C product export is zero decimal system first to Arabia through them to Europe. Forget global consumers. Even consumers of India don't trust made in India and crave for brands outside India. Outside India, in shopping malls or online, a made in India product is a rare sighting, like a tiger. Poor quality, poor packaging, and bad treatment to customers post sale have been the hallmarks of made in India goods. Regarding the Indian family Inco, the less I say about the better it is. They, along with sports and other celebrities, flaunt foreign watches to cars on their person proudly, making and exporting a far cry. Most of their next generation hires are not even born in India. Heights of Doglapan. Here is my root cause analysis or post mortem of dead or biopsy of a terminally ill startup ecosystem of India. 1. Cheap services cash and carry mindset. 2. No long-term brand vision averse to be liable and accept to take a stand in global markets. 3. More focus on N times exits. 4. Catching up with trends, buzzword syndrome. 5. Mostly SaaS-intensive, less or negligible R&D. 6. Zero HW innovations or OEM brands. 7. Gisk averse due to fear of imitation by bigger fish. 8. Draconian interest rates in private funding. 9. Comparison with scam rate of return. 10. No regard for intellectual property protection. 11. Virtually no redressal system. 12. Lack of fear of law turning investors averse. No wonder highest mortality rate of startups, seeking immediate intervention like the shocks from a defibrillator. All fingers brutally point to the learned but inefficient judiciary. Ultimately, the buck stops at the rusted and jammed wheels of judiciary of India. With over 50 million pending cases, which will take the next 350 years at present rate, and only 20 judges per million citizens, which is undoubtedly world's worst ratio of all times. Fill the 70,000 plus vacancies on a war footing to assuage the SOS state of affairs. Test, hire, train and repeat them judges and enable with bias-free AI bot assistance. Give 5 times tax-free salaries and incentives on each case. Example, on a profitable case, they judged a civil case. Give a 2% on size. Else invoke the provision for a crowd fund to gift with happiness as a token for the honest performance by the small but huge numbers. Hypothetically, if a few millionaires can offer to bribe in the order of 100,000s to tilt the balance in their favor, imagine how much a crowd from a fraction of 1 billion people can flood the pockets of the court as an incentive with happiness for giving a guilt-free verdict in the favor of a poor victim or poor accused acquitted, instilling faith in the holier-than-thou judiciary. Now, this incentive framework is a creative startup idea, like Made in India, for similar global markets, crowdfund judiciary, civil servants, law enforcement to motivate to work honestly addressing their pressure or temptation of corruption from within or family, to own a Christian Dior bag or LV jacket. Nothing wrong on their family's part to aspire for such. We can intelligently replace the unaccounted for black money source with tax-free candid bonuses in the national interest, just turning the sails to align with the winds. Analogous to priority booking in Indian Railways called Tatkal, which is making up for loss in the otherwise subsidized tickets and even making profits, or a 25% official tax-free cut as an incentive to traffic cop on each ticket. This is the first place to fix the bad rut of the system, a chaotic, clogged gutter with a flush of attention, tech and resources. India will become an advanced nation beyond the rich by making this catalytic use of tech. I am reiterating tax-free time and again. If taxed on salaries and bonuses, the whole purpose is lost. Given the consent of the learned judiciary, Payush Goyalji, the tech tigers of India, both the youth and the globally experienced middle-aged can lay the guide rails to revamp the processes and systems to fast forward the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's dream of Vikasit Bharat by 15 years, within your and our 45 plus people's active lifespan. If the executive is game for it, the tech can be the fifth pillar. A booster can make India fly. Buckle up for the escape flight. If you have the inclination, we have the time and energies. Jai Hind, glory to democracy. Yours, an agashed citizen and technocrat, Venkata, Indiva Namani X ID is at Indy for All